That was an awesome match, Lucario. You really kept me on my toes this time.
Whew. Hey man, give yourself some credit. You know how to lay the pressure on Pikachu.
You've made tremendous progress these past few weeks. Aside from increasing the strength of your aura, you've also begun to develop proper techniques. But sparring sessions can only prove so much. Which is why I'm allowing you to participate in tomorrow's tournament.
Finally! I've been waiting for this moment all month. In that case, I should probably get registered, huh?
Signups are open till the end of the day, so you still have time to head over there. Want to take a quick break first?
No thanks. I'll go take care of it now. That way I don't risk missing out. See you guys tomorrow!
His skill's not the only thing that's been improving, Mew. Have you noticed how much more confident he is now?
It's hard to miss. When we first started training, Lucario was more apprehensive to my methods. But that side of him is completely gone. I just hope he remembers to rein himself in, though. There is such a thing as being too confident in oneself.
Look out, Smashers. The new and improved Lucario has arrived.
Alright, Squirtle, use Waterfall! Now dodge Charizard's attack! Use Withdraw!
Whoa! Come on, Char! That's not fair!
Sorry, little man, but moves like that can be seen a mile away. You gotta be a little more careful when you use them. Here, let me help you up. Aside from that, you weren't too bad today, Squirt. Keep up the hard work. And maybe you'll evolve before the next tournament.
Ooh, that'd be so cool! I would be a war turtle! But then I wouldn't be Squirtle anymore. Would I need a new nickname?
Nah, even when you're fully evolved, you'll always be Squirt to me. Yo, Red! Who's on for the tournament tomorrow?
I was thinking about signing up with Squirtle this time around. I want to give him a little more experience.
Awesome! Thank you, Red! Hey, Char, do you think I'll get to fight Lucario tomorrow?
It's a possibility, bud. I heard he's been learning from a mentor for a while now. But he's gonna have to work real hard if he wants to be on par with us.
Pikachu, would you mind going on ahead? I'd like to have a quick chat with Lucario.
Of course. I'll save you guys a spot inside. See you there.
So, are you still confident in your ability to perform well today?
Of course I am! Time to show everyone how much stronger I've gotten.
That's good. Confidence is another good quality to have as a competitor. But no, Lucario, there's always room for you to continue improving. And you're well aware that many of your opponents are experienced in their own right. Take pride in what you've learned so far. Just don't let that confidence turn into arrogance, or else it will be your undoing.
Understood, Mewtwo.
What is it? Do you sense something?
There's an aura coming up behind us. Someone that I...
Hey, Lucario!
Great.
It's been a while, bud. Hope you've been practicing those aura powers of yours.
As a matter of fact, I have, Charizard. So don't worry. You'll get a better challenge out of me if we fight today.
Oh, I'm only here as a spectator this time. If you're bracketed against Red, then Squirtle's gonna be your opponent. But I'm glad to hear you've been practicing. Word on the street is that you've been working with a mentor. Mind telling me who they are?
That would be me.
No way. No freaking way! You've got Mewtwo mentoring you, Lucario?
Do you two know each other?
I'm just as confused as you are. Unless my reputation precedes me more than I thought.
Oh man, Mewtwo, you're literally a legend! There were all these rumors about you near Cerulean City years ago. The monster of Cerulean Cave, they called you.
Oh. So you're familiar with that part of my reputation.
Well, I also heard about how you stopped a rogue smasher a couple of years ago. And something about you fighting a demon? That's crazy if it's all true. Consider yourself lucky, Lucario. If there's anyone that can turn you into a half-decent smasher, it's this guy. Good luck out there! I'd hate to see another early dropout from you again.
I really can't stand that guy. Red and his other Pokemon seem nice enough, but Charizard, he just loves to get under my skin.
Agreed. That whole conversation was rather bothersome.
I'm just surprised he knew that much about you, Mewtwo. What exactly was all that?
My time near Cerulean City is a part of my past I've long since moved on from, so no need to question it further. As for the rogue fighter, that will have to wait. Right now, we have a tournament to attend.
There you are. What took you guys so long?
We got a little hung up by Charizard.
Ah, that must have been awkward. Well, now you'll have some more pleasant company to chat with. While I was waiting, I ran into another friend of ours.
Moth!
Well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? It's been a while since we last spent time with each other, Mewtwo. How have you been?
Doing quite well. Retirement's been nice, though admittedly a little boring.
After what happened a few years ago, I think you've earned the peace and quiet.
Lucario, have you had the pleasure of meeting Moth yet?
Sort of. I think we fought each other a few months ago. You beat me in the 3rd round.
I remember that match. From what I recall, you fared quite well. It's a pleasure to formally make your acquaintance, Lucario.
Moth is one of the higher-ranking smashers in the tournament, and for a time he had his own student.
How is Roy doing, by the way? I haven't seen him since he retired. I hope he's okay.
Roy's been doing well. We still spar occasionally, but otherwise he's content with keeping to himself. Speaking of students, I've also been mentoring one of the newcomers, Ike.
Oh, cool! I've met Ike a few times outside the tournament, but he doesn't really say much.
I'll admit, Ike is a man of few words. Definitely more of the strong and silent type. But he means well, and he's an incredible friend once you get to know him. Just be careful if you end up battling him. His technique still needs work, but Ike's strength more than makes up for it.
Noted.
The brackets are coming up.
Ready yourself, Lucario.
Ike versus Lucario!
Seems you'll have to heed my advice sooner than expected. Best of luck, Lucario.
Remember, strength, strategy, and technique. Employ all three during your match, and your chances of victory will increase.
There he is, Char! Look!
I see him, Squirt, I see him. Ike's a tough one to crack. Let's see if Lucario can lay the pressure on him or not.
Hey, good luck today, Ike.
Here's to a good match.
Wow, Marth wasn't kidding about his strength. I'm gonna need to be really careful here.
Ready? Go!
Hey-ya!
Oof! That has to hurt.
Watch out, Lucario!
That's it. Keep it up, Lucario.
Yeah!
Ether! Gotta be faster than that.
Game! The winner is Lucario!
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
Looks like I underestimated you, Lucario. Nice job.
Hey, you did great back there too. Thanks for an exciting first match.
Not a bad start, Lucario. Not bad at all.
That was awesome, Lucario!
Amazing performance.
Excellent job, Lucario. You applied your lessons wonderfully out there.
Thanks, guys. After that win, I'm even more fired up now.
Don't get carried away just yet. There are still many opponents left to face, and it will be a while before your next one is decided. Now's the time to observe and prepare a plan for your next match.
Yes, sir.
The winner is Squirtle. The winner is Rob. The winner is Captain Falcon. Lucario versus Ganondorf.
Lucario, take extreme caution in this match. Ganondorf is undoubtedly the most physically powerful Smasher competing, and as a veteran he has vastly more experience. Even a single mistake can spell disaster.
Relax, Mewtwo. I've seen this Ganondorf guy fight before. I think I'll be able to handle him.
He may have a point there, Mewtwo. I think you were overselling Ganondorf's current potential to him.
How so?
Remember how he had that accident a few months after he retired? Where Link...
Drove the Master Sword through his chest and was suspended for 3 months afterward? I'm well aware of that.
Well, Ganondorf never really recovered from it, and his ranking in the tiers is tanking because of it. As long as Lucario's careful, he should be able to outmaneuver him without any trouble.
I hope so.
So, word is you've become Mewtwo's apprentice.
That's right.
You chose a fine teacher. Mewtwo was well on his way to becoming a high-tier smasher when he retired. One can only imagine where he'd be if he still competed. Perhaps his potential will reveal itself through you.
Whoa! His aura's as strong as Mewtwo's. Maybe Mewtwo was right.
Ready? Go!
Predictable.
Get out of there!
Out of it, Lucario!
Be gone! I must say, Lucario, you lasted far longer than I expected. Mewtwo's been teaching you well, but I'm afraid this is where our match comes to its end.
Game! The winner is Ganondorf.
Dang. And he was doing so good, too.
I thought Lucario was gonna win that one. Guess that Ganondorf is just too strong, huh, Char?
Darn it! I was this close to winning. Guess I got careless back there. I didn't think you would be that strong, Ganondorf.
You should have seen me in my prime then. Our match might have ended a lot sooner if I were in better health. Keep up your training, Lucario. And perhaps someday you'll surpass even me in raw power.
I am counting on it. Good luck in the rest of the tournament.
We're sorry you lost so soon, Lucario. You were doing so well out there.
It's alright. I mean, winning another match would have been nice, but this was a good learning experience. I'll just have to be more careful next time.
Ganondorf has always been a formidable opponent. For what it's worth, it seemed like you were gaining the upper hand. Do you want to stay and watch the rest of the tournament?
Actually, could we meditate for a while? I'd like to clear my head and think things over.
Of course. Marth, Pikachu, we'll see you soon.
See you guys.
Take care.
I sense you're still thinking about your match against Ganondorf.
There's something that I'm curious about. Maybe you might have an answer, Mewtwo. But when the match started and I ran out to attack, he just stood there, like he was waiting for me to come to him.
Perhaps it has to do with his current condition. Rather than exhaust himself with constant movement, Ganondorf planned to fight more defensively. By waiting for you to strike first, he could easily counter and attack from there.
That makes sense. You weren't kidding about how strong he was, though. My head still feels like it's pounding.
Ganondorf is infamous for his strength, but in his prime he was also surprisingly agile. That was what made him so dangerous. But with his health in decline, it seems like raw power is all he has left.
Are you feeling okay, Mewtwo? Your aura changed just now. Like you're sad about something.
Nostalgia has that effect, I suppose. Training together and watching your tournament performance is reminding me of bygone days, when I had that same excitement for competing, and when I would spar with Pichu.
Can I ask a question about him, by the way? You and Pikachu brought Pichu up a few times, but I've never actually met him. Did something happen to him? If it's too personal, you don't have to tell me. It's just that...
I promised to tell you about my experience with the rogue fighter, didn't I?
Oh yeah, that thing that Charizard mentioned earlier. I'm guessing Pichu was involved in that?
Regrettably, that incident led directly to his death. Several years ago, there was a smasher named Fox McCloud. Fox was widely considered the topmost smasher in the entire tournament, and he enjoyed being in that position. But he prided himself too much on it, so when he started losing matches, Fox turned bitter and resentful. That left his mind vulnerable to darker things. Under the influence of a demon, Fox acted on his hate and corrupted several smashers to be his slaves. He demanded that the rest of us submit to him or else face his wrath. A terrible battle ensued, and I faced Fox alone. Eventually, Pichu came by to seek shelter, and by pure chance, he took the finishing blow meant for Fox.
Oh no.
Pichu died of his injuries almost immediately. For a time, I held myself just as responsible as Fox for his death. But with Pikachu's support, I was able to overcome much of the guilt.
What about Fox? What happened with him?
We originally had him exiled, but the demon which was controlling Fox eventually brought him back. Once the truth was discovered, Fox and I managed to defeat it for good.
So Fox was able to redeem himself in the end?
Yes, but for Fox, redemption came with the cost of his own life. He had once been the pinnacle of our community, but all it took was a few losses to set him down a path no one should ever travel. This is why I tell you to accept both victory and defeat equally, Lucario. Indulging in triumph leads to arrogance. Stewing in defeat leads to resentment. And both can lead to so much pain.
Mew, I'm so sorry you had to go through all that. And Pikachu, I can't even imagine what it must have been like for him to lose his brother.
Pichu's death was hard on all of us. Even Fox showed remorse once he freed himself from the demon's control. Pichu was someone who never backed down from a challenge, who was always ready to give it his all and then keep learning. You two would have gotten along so well.
I bet. He sounds like an incredible friend.
Since it seems we're done meditating for today, there's something I'd like to show you. Come.
The temple? What are we doing back here?
This is the very chamber where Pichu was struck down during my first battle with Fox. I've made it a habit to visit here after each monthly tournament and talk to him. You and I actually met during one such visit. And now, I'd like you to pray with me.
Pray? I mean, sure, I'd be happy to, but I don't know what I'd say. I haven't exactly done this before.
That's all right. It's not much different from meditating. Simply sit down and let your thoughts guide you in silent conversation.